Parents tell us every single week we've been to every specialist, we've run every test, but nobody can tell us why our child is struggling. That blood work comes back normal, the MRIs show nothing, the EEGs are clear, and yet your child is still dealing with those chronic ear infections, maybe speech delays, sensory meltdowns, focus challenges, or sleep struggles that just won't quit. So here's what's actually happening. Traditional pediatric medicine is looking for that pathology and that disease. They're asking, is something seriously wrong? But they're completely missing the most important question. How well is the nervous system actually functioning? So your pediatrician tracks your child's height and weight at every visit. But what about the system that controls digestion, immunity, sleep, movement, behavior, emotions, and development? What about the air traffic controller coordinating every single function in your child's body? So that is where these insight scans come in. And for thousands of families, these scans finally provided answers they've been searching for. So this video is for those parents who are exhausted from collecting diagnoses without getting real solutions. Parents who've been told they'll grow out of it, or let's just wait and see, when you know deep down something needs to change. So this is for the families ready to truly understand what's actually happening underneath all of those signs. So you're about to discover why traditional pediatric exams miss the most critical piece of the puzzle for your child, and you'll learn about 3 types of scans that measure nervous system function, what raging bull and drunken bull patterns mean for your child, and why this objective data changes everything when it comes to getting real answers and real progress. But first, I want to start off with a story about Braxton. At just 1 week old, his parents were told their beautiful baby boy needed to be evaluated for seizures and infantile spasms. Every time they laid him on his back, he went into that uncomfortable spasm. They couldn't sleep, they were terrified to even change his diaper. Multiple neurological specialists said that spasms would probably get worse, and the next step was a hospital EEG. But while waiting 4 weeks for that appointment, their doctor recommended something different, neurological insight scans. So Braxton's scans actually showed his nervous system was extremely stressed and dysregulated. That birth stress had locked his body in that fight or flight mode, unable to calm and coordinate. But here's what made all the difference. The scans didn't just give them another diagnosis. They revealed the root cause and provided a safe plan to help de-stress his body. So after just a week of gentle, specific chiropractic adjustments, Braxton stopped having those spasms, not a single one. Mom actually described him as calm, happy, and sleeping beautifully. So when they finally got that hospital EEG, completely clear of any seizure activity. So Braxton is thriving today because his parents got that test that actually mattered. Now let's talk about what traditional medicine misses. So traditional pediatric care focuses on signs and obvious pathology, but completely overlooks function. So your doctor runs blood work looking for disease markers, they order MRIs to find structural problems, EEGs check for seizure activity. All of these tests ask the same question: is there something seriously damaged or diseased? But here's the problem. Nearly 1 in 12 children in the US have a speech or language condition, and the vast majority of them have completely normal blood works, MRIs, and EEGs, but traditional tests show nothing is wrong. So these tests often miss what really matters, the nervous system's role in coordinating body functions. So while a pediatrician's height and weight chart indicates growth, insight scans assess whether the system is managing growth, immunity, digestion, sleep, behavior, and coordination is functioning properly. So the nervous system is that air traffic controller for your child's entire body. When it's stuck in stress mode from prenatal tension, birth trauma, or early life challenges, everything else struggles too. So now let's get into the 3 types of insight scans. Insight technology gives us 3 different scans that work together to show exactly what's happening in your child's nervous system. The neurothermal scan shows how stress affects digestion, immunity, organ function, and helping explain issues like reflux, constipation, ear infections, and frequent illnesses. Whereas the neurospinal EMG scan measures muscle tension in the spine and nervous system, really helping explain developmental delays, sensory issues, focus problems, and coordination challenges. The HRV scan shows how well your child adapts to stress, explaining issues with transitions, emotions, and sleep, with their nervous system stuck in that overdrive. So together, these 3 scans really give us a complete picture that traditional medicine never even looks for. So what is the pattern that we see? That raging bull, drunken bull, or both? So the EMG scan reveals specific stress patterns that explain why our child struggles the way they do. So a raging bull means that the nervous system is stuck in that overdrive, showing up as anxiety, hyperactivity, behavioral issues, and poor sleep. Their system just can't shut off. whereas that drunken bull shows poor coordination and organization in the nervous system, leading to focus issues, low muscle tone, sensory struggles, and learning challenges. These patterns usually come from a perfect storm of early stress. Things like pregnancy stress, birth trauma, early illnesses, antibiotics, and ongoing environmental pressure that just stack up and over time. So research shows that kids with more than 6 antibiotic rounds before age 3 face significant higher risk for allergies, asthma, and gut issues because those early stressors just compound and lock the nervous system into dysfunction. But the good news is kids aren't stuck like this. When the nervous system balance is restored, scan patterns change, and so does their health and development. So now let's talk about why this changes everything. Insight scans truly replace guessing with objective data. They show you exactly what's happening and track exactly how your child is healing. So therapy can feel like pushing a car with your parking brake on. You're doing everything right, but progress is slow because the foundation isn't right. When Insight Scan shows that stuck stress pattern in the nervous system, like dysautonomia, it explains why therapies stall and shows exactly what needs fixing. So by restoring nervous system balance, other therapies finally start working and parents start to see changes in sleep, digestion, behavior, focus, and immunity, often within weeks and proven through rescans. So if you're tired of hearing wait and see or collecting labels without getting real answers, Insight scans might be exactly what your family needs. These scans reveal what traditional medicine overlooks, giving you a clear path forward instead of guesswork. Your child deserves more than that trait management. They deserve to have their nervous system functioning at its potential so they can finally thrive. So click the link in our bio, send us a DM, or schedule directly with myself, Dr. Maddie Folcik, and Dr. Ian Klaus at Capital District Family Chiropractic in Albany and Wilton, New York. So let's get your child the answers and help they deserve. Please share this video with anyone you know who needs to hear this, whether it be friends, family members, people on Facebook, and you can give our office a call at 518-599-0067 or visit our website for more information at cdfcchiro.com.